Hi YouTube, this is Born with a Veil, and this is a reading with Taurus, and Aries. So this is a general reading for Taurus and Aries. You could have Taurus and Aries in your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or you are a Taurus dating an Aries. Okay? So first of all, let me tell you about Taurus and Aries. Taurus is not as quick on the trigger as Aries is, but both have a mutual interest in making love. Aries is emotional and Taurus is sensual, and they bond to have fun while the affair lasts, okay? In time, though, Taurus possessiveness will strike angry sparks from fiery Aries. They'll also argue about money. Taurus tends to be very careful and conservative, and Aries is reckless and a spendthrift. Aries' impulsiveness is making decisions that annoys fixed Taurus. Okay, Taurus, who dislikes a sudden change in routine. An affectionate affair can turn into a difficult marriage. Okay, so that's the Taurus and the Aries. So let's get on. I pre-shuffled, and I used Florida water to cleanse my cards because I just did a Taurus and Cancer, so you might want to check that out if you have Taurus in your Venus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So this is a general reading for Taurus and Aries. Remember, this is a general. I want to see what's going on in the relationship between Taurus and Aries. If you would like a reading, please go to Cash App. It's $40 for a full reading. 5 card is $25 and 1 card is $15. 1 card is not going to give you all the details. It's only going to give you a quick answer. 5 card is a little bit better, okay? So let's begin with the Taurus and Aries. So the Ten of Swords is with Taurus and Aries. There could be some pain and ruin within the relationship and affliction. There is some sadness. There is some mental anguish with the two. There are some tears with the female and male because of the sorrow that could lead into this relationship. And this relationship could be troubled with disappointment also. You have the Fool. This is not a good choice, Taurus and Aries. This is kind of like a faulty choice. This is kind of a bad decision. The lovemaking will last within this relationship, but further down the line, I do not see this relationship lasting. It's kind of like a bad decision. There is a hesitation there about proceeding within the relationship and an indecision. Do not ignore the opportunity that this relationship may not work. There's a little shyness with both signs also. Then you got the Ace of Coins. Now, Taurus and Aries, they are a perfectionist. They do like money. They value money. There is a combination of material and spiritual prosperity within this relationship. Now you got the Magician. You do have the self-confidence within this relationship. This relationship can be a little tricky. There can be deception within this relationship, okay? You got the Five of Swords. This is a certain outlook with Taurus and Aries. Okay? I don't see this relationship lasting. If it lasts, leave me a comment below and let me know what you do to save this relationship. The Temperance. There's a disunion between Taurus and Aries. There's always conflict of interest. There's always hostility. You guys could never work together. And it's difficulty understanding each other. The sex is great, but other than that, this is hard. It's going to be very hard. Like I say, the Three of Cups reversed in the bedroom. Excessive pleasures, overabundance in sexual pleasures. But neither one of you feel appreciated. Then you got the Seven of Wands. There's a lot of anxiety within this relationship. Still the indecision. Do I proceed or do I not proceed? And there's a lot of doubt. Then you have the Six of Wands. You're turning your back. I see both of you are turning your back. Both of you recognize the abilities that you have put into the relationship. There's a lot of desires within this relationship. There's a lot of efforts in this relationship. Two of Swords. I still see you turning your back. Harmony in the bedroom. There's firmness with Taurus and Aries, okay? But it's still a stalemate relationship. You both call it truce, or one of you call it truce, because both of you get the affection, but you have to maintain the peace within this relationship. You got the Five of Cups. A lot of you have a hopeful outlook, favorable expectations within the relationship, but I don't see it lasting. I do see Taurus and Aries exes returning in the month of January. And some of you may reunite with an ex. The Page of Cups. This is only temporary. Seduction. You guys seduce each other. You flatter each other. But you're over dependent on each other. The Eight of Cups. Yeah. Taurus, Aries, you're just leaving, you know. I see Aries, Leo, Sagittarius in this chart. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So there you go with your signs in here with the Eight of Cups. There's a discontinuance. You're just leaving. You're very disappointed. You're abandoning this relationship. There is some shyness, modesty within this relationship. But you're going to successfully abandon this relationship for something better. Either moving on to someone else or just moving on by yourself. The Ace of Wands. It does start off a false start. There is a cloudy outlook within this relationship. Some of you got some unrealization of your goals within this relationship. There's an empty existence. Then you got the Queen of Swords. Now, both of you are sharp, quick-witted, very keen people, intensely perceptive. You guys are very subtle, but there's sadness within the relationship. There's loneliness, separation within this relationship. The world, both of you are perfectionists. You recognize it, you honor it. There's ultimate change coming in this relationship. Now, some of you could be fulfilled within this relationship. You know, like I said, I'm reading general. This is a general reading. This is not going to fit everybody, okay? You run with it and take with you what you can. Some of you work very hard within this relationship. You got the Queen of Wands. There is jealousy between Taurus and Aries. There could be some deceit. There could be possible infidelity. There could be cheating in this relationship, unstable emotions. And then you got the Nine of Cups. It's always material with Taurus and Aries. Your health is good, but the abundance, the money, which is causing a problem. Okay? And some of you are fine with the relationship. You're stable. Like I say, it's a coin up in the air with Aries and Taurus, very much so. Then your future with the Six of Cups reversed. You're trying to make plans together, but they're going to fail. You want a future together, but it doesn't seem like it's going to work out. Doesn't seem like it's going to work out that well. Then you got the Seven of Swords. Some of you are making new plans to leave the relationship, to get your own place, moving back home. Some of you get more confidence to do this, to leave the relationship. Some of you are even hiding out. You got the Six of Coins. Taurus and Aries are very generous. They spoil each other one way or another. Maybe one cooks dinner, maybe one cleans up, maybe one is the breadwinner, maybe the other one cleans, stays home with the kids. It depends. And there's always favors between Taurus and Aries. Now, I will say this with the Eight of Swords. Some of you are depressed at this time, Taurus and Aries. Then you got the Devil facing me. Some of you feel like you're in bondage in this relationship. Some of you feel like you're failing, Taurus and Aries, in this relationship. Some of you are not happy in this relationship. And some of you are punishing yourself in this relationship. Like, why did I get in this relationship? I shouldn't be in this relationship. Four of Cups. There's new relationships coming to you, Aries and Taurus. You're going to try in the next relationship that you get in, you're going to try to approach it not the same way as you guys did together when you get with different people, but you're going to try new solutions. Okay? Then you've got the King of Coins. You both are leaders. And you both are business-minded. You are reliable to a certain degree in this relationship or marriage. And then you have the King of Cups. Both of you have temperaments. There's some double dealing going on in this relationship. Dishonesty. It could cause a scandal and injustice in this relationship. And somebody, either Taurus or Aries or both, are a very crafty person without virtue. Very shiftiness within this relationship. You got the Two of Coins. This relationship was a disaster, some of you, from the beginning. And you thought that it was going to work out. But as you see, there's difficult situations arising. There's new troubles coming. You guys are worrying way too much. There's way too much concern. And you guys are going to have to face this change. You're going to have to face the change. Then you got the Nine of Coins. Some of you are using discretion within this relationship. You're watching your safety. A lot of you love the outdoors, Taurus and Aries. But then some of you are sheltered in a relationship. Maybe there's abuse there, physical or mental abuse there, and you feel sheltered. Or just sheltered, period, within the relationship. There's the Justice card. There's a lot of unfairness in this relationship. But like I said, there's some abuse that's going on in the relationship. Somebody is accusing somebody of things they're not doing. And they're really... Excuse me, everybody. Go outside, Duchess. Somebody's accusing somebody. There's severity in the judgment. Somebody's being harsh on the other person. And they can't take it. But you both are business. Now, both of you could be astrologers. You could be psychics, empaths, anything to do with the occult, anything like that. But you guys would be good in business together. That's about the only thing I could see Taurus and Aries good at is in business. Now, maybe some of your relationships are turning out good. I'm just telling you what the cards are saying. The Lovers. You guys are really good lovers together, I told you. Now, some of you, if you're single, you might have just met a Taurus or Aries, and it's just beginning a romance or a friendship, and there's some deep feelings there. Some of you could speak your mind. Some of you do have the trust and harmony from the beginning, but it's the long haul that worries me. The Three of Wands. Once again, some of you are working together. Like I say, psychics, astrologers, in the occult, anything like that. And you're doing business in and out of, maybe you're taking phone calls as a psychic, you're working on YouTube together, and then maybe some of you are just in business together, Taurus and Aries, and you're making money together. Knight of Cups. Aries and Taurus, there is a proposition that's coming up between the both of you, maybe a proposal for marriage. So, and there's someone new that I see coming to offer their cup to you. You got the Death card. Right now, this relationship is at a standstill. There's a slower partial change. And this relationship, if you do end it, could end your friendship. And the Page of Swords. So, yeah, some Page of Swords symbolizes a person of dead at perceiving the unknown. So some of you are psychics. You're very good at what you do. You're very active in what you do. I still keep seeing YouTube. Then the Ace of Cups. You guys could make good money together. You really could. There's productiveness there. There's money there to be made with Taurus and Aries. Aries and Taurus. That's a favorable outlook for that. But then you got the Moon. Here we go. You got deception there. You got trickery, dishonesty, danger. There's bad influence there. Deceit, double dealing, being taken advantage of. So Taurus and Aries, you really got to, worry about that. Now, either, like I say, either you're a Taurus and Aries and you're together, or you could be a Taurus and have Aries in your chart. Or Aries, you have Taurus in your chart. Okay? Then you got the Three of Coins. This relationship is sloppy. And I believe there's money problems within this relationship. You guys are preoccupied with other things than this relationship. Then you got the Five of Coins. There's new interest within Taurus and Aries. There's disharmony within the marriage or within the relationship or the love interest. The only thing I'm getting out of this relationship is the sex, which is great. If that, the Ten of Wands, there's more difficulties coming within this relationship. And if you keep going on, there can be some losses. Then we got the Hangman. Some of you guys are going through a transition. There's a change there. Some of you are bored within the relationship. Some of you abandon the relationship or you're going to abandon it. Maybe one's making more sacrifice than the other. There could be a readjustment within the relationship. And then you got the Four of Coins. There's some obstacles in your way. Suspense and delay within the relationship. Somebody's spending more money than they should within the relationship. And there's setbacks in material holdings. The Four of Wands. Like I say, romance is good. Harmony, as long as there's romance, passion, and sex, it's good. Some of you just want prosperity. Some of you just want peace, tranquility. Some of you just want to rest after all the shit that you've gone through within this relationship. Then you got the Hierophant. Both of you could be overkind within this relationship. Or Taurus could be overkind with Aries, or Aries could be overkind with Taurus, or you're both overkindness or foolish within this relationship. Some of you keep making the same mistakes over and over within the relationship. Okay. Then you got the Ten of Coins. You're worried about your security, your money in this relationship. There's some family matters going on here. Some things going on in the home. Then the Knight of Swords. Some of you are with a younger person. Aries could be younger. Taurus could be younger. And some of you are leaving the relationship. And you got someone new coming in. Some of you are just leaving, don't even know where you're going. You just say, I'm sick of this shit, I'm out of here. And then you got someone new coming in, like I said. And then you got the Three of Swords. You guys are very disappointed within the relationship. There is a separation, or going to be a separation. There might be some tears about breaking up, because no one says you don't love each other, but some of you are just not unhappy, and there's grief and affliction within the relationship. The Nine of Swords. Aries and Taurus, you could be dealing with the Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You could have that in your chart, or you could have that in your chart, or you can have Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces in your chart, along with being a Taurus and an Aries. Okay? There is some misery there. There's concern. There's quarrels, unhappiness. There's a lot of anxiety, worry. Some of you can't sleep at night. There's some sleepless nights because you're wondering what you're going to do. And then the falling tower. Some of you are just going to live in the same old rut. You're not changing anything. You're following your own ways. Some of you are not happy, period, in a marriage or a relationship, period. And nobody's going to change anything. Nobody's going to change anything. What are you going to change? Nothing. There's nothing maybe that you want to change, or you're not willing to change. Okay? You got the Ace of Swords. It's a disaster. And you're self-destructing yourself. There's violent tempers flaring, infertility. You know, I do see cheating here. And then you've got the Sun. Some of you are engaged. You broke that off. You broke your marriage off because you were lonely, unhappy within the relationship. Any plans that you had were canceled. You did have a friendship at one time, and now it's gone. The Queen of Cups. Taurus or Aries or both were very warm-hearted, very fair that you guys thought. You were a good friend to each other. You were very devoted, some of you. There was honesty there with some of you. But then some not. You got the Six of Swords. Once again, the stalemate comes up. The stalemate comes up. And there's no immediate solution to any difficulties that are happening with you guys now. Somebody's going to make a confession, I believe, within the relationship. Might come out and say, hey, this is not working. We need to part ways. We need to end this so both of us can be happy. Or one of you's happy and the other one's not. And then your last card is the Judgment. You guys need to forgive each other and move on. Take responsibility for Taurus and Aries. Say you're sorry. Forgive each other and move on. Or if you still want to stay in the relationship, forgive each other. Try to work it out. But as I say, Taurus and Aries, And Aries and Taurus, it's some of you, it's just not going to work. It wasn't in the cards for you. Okay? So, like I say, it's up to you. It's free will. I can't tell you what to do. I'm just letting you know what my cards say. My cards don't lie. But Aries and Taurus Aries is not a good suit for each other. Okay? And like I say, if you got Aries, Leo, Sagittarius in your chart, check. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn in your chart, and you got all that shit going on, and you've got all these other signs in your chart, it even makes it harder. So you need to look into what do you have in your Venus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. You know, if you got all these other zodiac signs in your chart, it's not helping your relationship whatsoever. It's making confusion. Some signs are stronger, than the other, so you really got to look into your birth chart and check your Venus, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and watch my other videos and put it all together. Take with this video that you will. Things can change. There's not a stamp on this, to say it's not going to change or it is going to change. Some of you are going to stick together and work it out, and some of you are not going to stick together and work it out. You're just not, because you're almost too much alike. Okay? So, and like I say, especially if you got all these other zodiac signs, it doesn't make this any better, this relationship. So, please like, share, and subscribe. You can make a donation at Cash App to keep my channel going. Like, share, and subscribe. And I appreciate my cross watchers and my fans. God bless. This is Born with a Veil.